Okay, good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone is having a good day today. Market indices mixed today. Now, before I get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Now, if you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, go ahead and do so. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. All right, with that, anyone who does watch the show, we are going to go quickly over the SPY. Then I am going to give you those three stocks that are technically setting up real nicely going into tomorrow. All right, let's check out the SPY. All right, so as you know, today we did make that new 52-week high in the SPY, but I really not happy on the way we closed. And I did take my time to making the show today because I wanted to see how the futures were looking going into tomorrow. And for right now, the futures look down. So again, guys, be very careful tomorrow. I mean, we've been on this beautiful run here of late, and it looks like we are a little toppy, especially the way we closed today. It really didn't close with a lot of conviction. Even though obviously the path of least resistance is still higher, it only makes sense that we come back down and retest some lower levels right down here, maybe at 382.50, 383, let's call it. So for tomorrow, just be very careful, see how we gap. And again, now if we gap lower tomorrow, and all the stocks that I do give you, we have to look at some key levels when I give you those stocks. Okay, so if we do gap down, and case in point, let's go right into it. Let's check out FUBO. That's one of the stocks that I do think is technically setting up as a potential play for tomorrow. So again, now if we gap down and we take out today's low tomorrow, let's target this midpoint Bollinger Band initially at 42.17. That's where it's going to be. You're going to find buyers coming in and stepping in and buying the name if we get down, especially if we gap down tomorrow in FUBO. That's what I mean by making sense. Okay. And now if we do hold after that first 30-minute time frame, we start to grind higher, be a buyer, and then use today's low as your stop price. Okay, that is FUBO. Second stock on the list that looks really good going into tomorrow is going to be MARA. Here's one that I've been in for a while. I've been in since the low 20s. I do think this has a lot of potential. If you like Bitcoin and you really like that space, this is something that you may want to add to your portfolio. But again, it may have gotten a little ahead of itself. But again, I really do think this one's might not go down if the markets are down, as long as the price of Bitcoin stays up. This may be a counter trade to the overall market as long as Bitcoin stays up. But again, watch that first 30-minute time frame tomorrow. If we do hold the low of today in that first 30-minute time frame and we start taking out that first 30-minute time frame on the upside, be a buyer, and then use today's low of $30.63 as your out. Okay, that is MARA. Last stock on the list that looks good going into tomorrow is one that we have not played in the past, is AMRN. AMRN, if you take a look, that 50-day moving average is just about to cross that 200-day moving average. And as you know, we need that 10 over the 50 and that 50 over that 200-day moving average to have that really nice chart that we like. And this is going to be setting up like that. It doesn't mean it can't pull back. If we start taking out today's low tomorrow, let's target this midpoint Bollinger Band all the way down here. Let's call it at 740, 750 area. You'll see a lot of buyers stepping in. It's right there at the value area high and midpoint Bollinger Band, meaning there's going to be a lot of support in that area for us. All right, guys, that is AMRN. So again, guys, for tomorrow, see how we gap, see what happens, and play accordingly. Okay, play levels that make sense. If it's the 10, the midpoint, or the 50-day moving average, whatever you use, make sure you use levels that make sense. All right. Thanks again for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. My name is Eric. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will make sure to get back to you with any questions you may have on technical analysis. All right. Have a great evening. We will see you tomorrow after the close. And remember, trade smart and be safe.